Hey, so it cut out mid thing, and I thought that maybe I like pushed the book down and hit a button or something. I don't know, but then it said my internet was out, so I'm so sorry that like I didn't want to have a chapter like A and B. Oh, I wanted this to be one nice little chapter, and I don't want to have to figure out how to edit it. So I guess it's just going to be a continuation. If this is the first video you're ever seeing, none of that's going to make sense. But my name's Jenna LaMere, and I'm reading this book with my reactions and commentary. So I'm not reading it word for word. I'm not doing any weird, wrong, schmoppy right type of things. Please, I encourage you to buy the book, and I encourage you to, if you like listening to people say something, listen to her own audio version, which I imagine is good. I didn't and haven't done it because I haven't read this book, because I'm giving you my new reactions. Maybe I'll do it afterward because I think it would be fun to hear her saying it too. This is just like an accompanying thing because I like to read out loud. It's how I understand things best. And in case there's just another person that wants to read along with me, that's all this is. I don't really imagine that maybe more than one or two people will ever see this. And so if you are and you're getting this far, and thank you. I just want to say that now. So where was I? That's what therapy is for, am I right? I laugh through one final sob. Snot shoots out of my nose. I would dare to feel embarrassed, but instead I'm secretly grateful that my snot rocket lightened the mood. The air around us instantly feels 100 times lighter, but the truth we've shared with each other still remains in reach, close enough for us to grab hold of again if we want to. I look at my watch. It's almost noon. Well, I stand in front of the bench. Hold on. Right when she said I looked at what time it is, made me have to look at what time it was. I'm so suggestible in that way. Well, I stand in front of the bench, passing my keys back and forth between my hands. He slaps his hands together just once and gets off the bench to stand next to me. I need to get to work. Can I take you back to campus? First 3 minutes of our drive back to Landon's car are spent in a comfortable silence. The last two are filled with some of the most awful music I've ever heard in my life. I've never more thoroughly regretted handing someone an auxiliary cord. So you're telling me you've never heard of ska punk before? Landon screams over the noise that he apparently classifies as music. This has a name, I yell back, doing my best to sound fun and not all overstimulated at the competing instruments and tempos bleeding out of my car's speakers. I have trouble with punk too. It's just like so overstimulating. I'm not sure what the threshold is for decibels of sound the human eardrum can safely tolerate, but whatever that number is, we passed it a few streets ago. I think if I'm forced to listen to this any longer, I won't be safe to drive. I pull into the same parking spot that I had this morning. I just realized I have no idea what your car... What? Landon cuts me off before I finished. I said, I just realized I have no idea what your car looks like. Landon is playfully pointing to his ears to signal that he still can't understand me. I stop yelling over the music and yank the aux cord out of its port. I could have just turned the volume all the way down, but that wouldn't feel nearly as satisfying enough given the level of panic this music has been causing me. The sound stops abruptly, but not before a terrifying electric crackle and pop punctuates the already overwhelming last couple of minutes. My ears are ringing, and I take a deep breath. I don't know where you parked. My words are no longer underlined with ear-bleeding music. He is already halfway out of my car. Why didn't you just say that? My ears are still ringing. I wonder what would happen to me if the ringing never stopped. Is that possible? That's a suffocating thought. Hey, I meant it, by the way. Meant what? I yell back through the glass of my car window. It takes its sweet time rolling down. I've never paid attention to the speed of my automatic windows until today. They are painfully slow. The friend thing. There's no pressure, obviously, but I meant what I said back there. It would kind of be nice to have a friend here. Yeah, I agree. Having a friend here would be really nice. My words feel more like a confession than a response. That settles it then. We're friends. Friends. I mime a handshake, but realize it's actually quite awkward to mime only one side of a handshake. My other hand steps. Oh, hold on. The video of the other one just popped up. Boop. Okay, hopefully that still works. Okay. That settles it. Then we're friends. Friends. I mime a handshake, but realize it's actually quite awkward to mime only one side of a handshake. My other hand steps in to play the role of Landon's hand, so I look like I'm holding my own hand and moving it up and down. I don't think this gesture is conveying what I wanted to. Love her so much. Anyway, I'm going to sit in my car and take a nap. He waves and walks deeper into the student lot. I start driving to work. See you Thursday, I say to myself. I see the car driving in front of me. I hear the air conditioner blowing loudly out the vents. I feel happy. I think I just made a friend. All right. So there is another chapter I'm trying not to look at yet. Okay, so I was hoping to get this in just one thing. So this is just going to be a short little one that finished where my internet went out or I messed something up. But anyway, you will see another. Okay, I'm just going to end this now. Goodbye.